coach, and my intention and goal today is to inspire you to keep moving forward so your life will feel like you're okay just to take some action. Um, it's okay not to be okay, but it doesn't mean it has to stay that way. Are you willing to take action to change the day? So first of all, my question for everyone: does everyone feel okay today, or are we? I just want to kind of see, and you can post comments in the chat, and just so I can kind of see, or can whatever you feel more comfortable doing. Hopefully everybody's feeling great, and it's 8 a.m., so we're doing the best we can, but we're here. So I'll start out by telling my story. And I hope that by telling you what I've been through, maybe it will help you feel like no matter what happens, that you can kind of overcome anything. So I'll start out by, all great. Looks like everybody's doing good so far. Okay, so that's good. This is me at 6 years old, and we have the innocence of our of our childhood, and we all start out that way. I was raised by a single mom, and I was very lucky to have her. She was very supportive, and my dad was absent. I had trouble in school, all that good stuff. Not good stuff, but all those challenging things that we can face as some children do. So then at 21, I was like, you know what? Hey, I need to get married, because that's what people do, right? They get married. So I got married, and I was married from 2006 to 2011. And in that time, I faced several health issues and infertility. I was diagnosed with stage 5 endometriosis. I'm not sure if a lot of people know what that is, but it's a very debilitating female disease. And I was told that I would never have kids, and I had less than a 1% chance of ever having children. Well, I got divorced in 2011. Let's look down here. Oh, look, there I am with my baby that I wasn't supposed to have. So I was 30, and that was in 2014. But that's my son, Mason, and I love him dearly, and he's part of the main reason I'm still here. So if we speed forward to 2016. So with the endometriosis, I was faced with a choice. Do I continue living in this pain, or do I have surgery and get rid of it? So I decided to have a hysterectomy. Well, when I did, it didn't go too well. They discharged me, perforated my bowels perforated, and I became toxic. And so I had to have another emergency surgery. And this is me and my son, I got discharged. And I got to go home for a little while. But I did 3 months on IV antibiotics and had to learn to walk again. And got down to 110 pounds. So it was pretty intense. And my son brought me this picture, and I'll never forget it, into my hospital room. And he just said, "Mommy, I just want you to be happy again," because I couldn't hold him. I couldn't do any of those things. And then in 2019, I still wasn't healed. I had a bowel obstruction, and the doctors told me, "You're never going to live a normal life. You can't eat certain foods." And I just at that time I didn't really feel okay. And on top of my health issues, I had work hounding me. Because if you're not feeling good at home, then obviously it's going to affect your work ability. So here's a couple examples of some emails that I had gotten, where I'm making errors at work, and that, they understand that you're sick, but at the same time they expect you to meet certain expectations. So I'll kind of so here this is I had to do something. I was like, what do I do? I'm not okay with this. I have this little boy who's looking at me. Without me, he has nothing. So I have to do something. So the first thing I did is I accepted. I'm not okay. And that's okay. It's okay. And I cried about it and I accepted it. And then I said, I acknowledged I want to be more than okay. Like, I don't just want to be okay. Like, I don't want to walk with a walker. I want to walk. I want to run. I want to be with my son. Like, those are the things that I want to do. Then I acted. I thought, okay, what can I do that would help? Like they're saying, okay, take 7 steps when you go out and you're in the hospital. You need to take 7 steps with a physical therapist. Well, I took 11. I was like, I'm going to do more than what they say, because I'm not just going to take whatever. And then I enrolled in UK offers a mindfulness-based stress reduction class through, I think it's Dr. John Patterson. And I took that for 6 to 8 weeks, and it was really, really amazing. It really helped me become aware of my body and things that I could do to kind of change that. And then I journaled. I hadn't journaled in years, and I was like, let me journal down, how I'm feeling, what's causing these issues. Like, is it eating? Is it my mind? Like, what is this? Is it my body? Um, and then I said, I imagined, what can my life be? Let me imagine like I've never had surgery, I've never had hospital, and just imagine what is my dream? What would be my dream come true? And then I engaged because I was like, okay, I've got all these things done, so now let me try to engage with others and see, am I alone? Um, am I by myself? Like, what is going on? I don't know. And then I healed, and I realized that healing myself was through creativity because a lot of my stuff, I kind of, if you lay in bed all day and you're like, I don't feel good, I don't feel good, I don't feel good, then you continue not feeling good. Um, so I was like, I need to heal myself, and by writing poetry and being creative, it really really helped me. And most of all, I loved myself. I was like, you know what? I have a scar from my chest down to my pelvic area, and I can't do this and I can't do this, but I can I can get out here and try to walk. I can love my son. I can learn. I can engage in my work and be honest with where I'm standing. I'm having health issues, boss. I'm trying. I'm coming in. I'm doing the best I can. With that, here's a chart that my boss actually provided to me. And within a 6-month time frame, I do data entry, and it's all metrics, so it's all numbers based. And I went from 1,690 or 1,693 accounts to almost doubling it. I went to 2,990 accounts within a 6-month time frame. And that happened not, that was just work. That wasn't including, what I had accomplished outside my work because, obviously I had to walk to work on a walker. Um, I had the ambulance called twice and had to leave the hospital because I was feeling like I was going to pass out, but I still showed up. I was there. I was like, I'm going to do it. Um, but at this time, I really wanted to work from home, and to work from home, you had to meet these really high expectations before COVID. But I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, and I did it. And I don't, I'm not the best at data entry. I like socialization. So for me, was a huge accomplishment. Because an 851 patient account increase within a 6-month period is pretty amazing. I think just overall in any kind of job that you're doing. And then this positive feedback, so I went from getting these emails, oh my God, you're not doing this, to Candace, thank you for going above and beyond. You're not only not having errors, you're fixing other people's errors, and you're thank you for always being, because my goal was, okay, I don't ever want to come off as rude or not helpful. I want to, be in the hospital like that and not being able to walk and have and depend on people to take care of you. You become very, very empathetic and considerate of others around you, or I did anyways, because I came to appreciate that person that made my bed when I was, needing that done, and I had laid there for 2 or 3 days because they were really, really kind. So when you receive the positive feedback, it builds your confidence, and I think that's a huge, huge, huge thing that all of us, and especially women. I think that even men too, but in just people in general, especially now, just having confidence, because the world puts so much pressure on us that we never feel like we're good enough. And now, so my engagement. So I said, okay, I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to do this is Staff Appreciation Day at the stadium in 2018. Well, there I got elected to the Employee Engagement Committee, staff senator. Well, then I thought, okay, well, let me enroll it back in college. I had not finished my associate's degree, and I only needed one class. And I signed up for the Essential Leadership Program. Well, I graduated that from UK in October. Actually drive through this weekend, December the 13th, to get my associate's degree. So I'm finally finishing that. And then, believe it or not, I bought me and my son a house on 5 acres with 2 ponds, and by myself. So it was pretty amazing to go from not being able to walk to be able to do these things. and I'm really happy. And then most of all, the engagement committee. What I've done, or what we've done as a group, because there is so much. We do realize that there's things going on, and I was like, there's nowhere for people that work to use their creativity. If your job doesn't include it, which I work in the medical field, typing stuff for the surgery center, so there's obviously not a lot of creativity in that. But I still have all this stuff I want to share. So we created a creative platform, and it's going to be called the Creativity Innovation Showcase. And as you can read, it's going to be an opportunity to share creative hobbies. And it's not competitive. You can do what you enjoy. You can be mowing your lawn, it could be flowers, anything. We're going to try to get the submissions hopefully on by December 10th, and have a deadline of January 11th. And we'll have the submissions featured on the Staff Senate website. And then this Ryan Story, who's amazing, he created a wildcast. It's a podcast, and making the impossible possible. And our goal is to highlight staff at UK, letting them tell their stories on and off campus. And these are the people that we don't, like the housekeepers that help clean the rooms, or the food service people, or the manager in the emergency room who just feels like they have no support, but they're there every day on time, working extra. And we're going to feature the chair of the Staff Senate, John Gent. He's going to get on there and talk about where he started and why he joined it. And I really feel like that was a great outlet for me to have creativity. So with all that, I guess I'm going to ask you the same, see if I can get you to ask the same questions that I asked myself, and hope that maybe they can help. And so ask yourself, am I okay today? Not yesterday, not tomorrow, just today in this moment. And if you're not, it's okay. I cried over a snowflake last week because I didn't cut it out in time for my son's class. So trust me, none of us are okay every day. And who or what determines that answer? Is it your family because you're not meeting your expectations, your work, or are you looking at yourself and saying, okay, I determine if I'm okay, not anybody but me? And then, can I improve work performance, health, and life by paying attention to my personal habits? So for me, I got distracted in Skype, so I started changing my status to busy. I got distracted in meaningless conversations, so I started focusing on work. Just little things like that. Most importantly, what outlets do I have from disruptive or distractive thoughts? I didn't have any. I would come in, go to work, do my job, go home, be a mom. Well, that few minutes of journaling, of creativity, of, whether it's painting or whatever you do, it helps release some of the stress I feel personally. And what can I do to be more engaging and creative? Because what I've noticed with me personally, that the more I engaged, the more creative I was. And the more time I gave myself time to write down those things that I may not feel so comfortable sharing, or I don't want to share, or I just want to write down and get it out, helped me a lot. And then this is, I think, a really important quote that I really, really love. It's okay to fail, but it's not okay to quit. In 16 years, I've done a lot of silly things, and I've done a lot of amazing things. But I've failed many times, and I've also overcome a lot. But I think each time you fall or you fail, it's okay. You just say, okay, I'm going to take this as a lesson, and I'm going to thank you for the challenge, and I'm just going to overcome it. And I don't expect everyone to have time to read this, but this is a poem that I found that I personally wrote in 7th grade, and I won an actual award for it. And it's about confidence. And I felt like when I found this, I was talking to, like, it was like my younger self saying, hey, it doesn't matter what's going on. If you get lost in the world, always come back and ask yourself, what is this power? And, I think it's just a good example of how creative we really are. And sometimes we lose that in being an adult because we don't have an outlet or a way to really utilize it in daily life. And so I hope by sharing my story and just the creativity options and the podcast that throughout UK campus that I can at least let you know that, okay, first of all, everybody's struggling out here. Nobody's alone. And everybody's challenges are different. And you just enjoy the moments that are good and overcome the ones that are bad, and know that there are people at UK or just me or anywhere throughout the world that are trying to use their voice to, and you should everybody should just try to tap into that creativity. And you know I hope everybody's okay, and I hope that somehow that I've made everyone feel empowered, or at least a little bit better today in this moment, because it feels good to me to share with people.